Hello, my loves. This is Malayla with Love and Light Starseed Tarot. Welcome. Today I'm going to do a reading for Capricorn and their person. I hope everyone's doing well. These are timeless messages, so whenever you click on the reading, it's meant for you. This is for Sun, Moon, or Rising in Capricorn. Angel Spirits Guides, please show us what messages need to come through. What is the overall energy between these two, please? Ace of Cups. The Empress, Libra, Taurus energy, the Page of Wands, the Five of Swords. Yeah, so I'm getting, this was a love of a lifetime. This was loving, nurturing, kind, energies. You were giving out the best version of you. You thought this was your person. But they started to act erratic and inconsistent. They started to try to play mind games and show some narcissistic traits. They tried to manipulate you. What is your energy at this time, please? Nine of Wands. And the Four of Swords. Yeah. You have been through it with this person. You have been through fire. You have been through hell and back. In general, not just with this connection, but in your life. But you've come out stronger, wiser because of it. You've chosen light, even when it was so easy to choose darkness and to choose shadow. And, you see the results from it. You know when it's time to rest. It's very important, and when to clock out. You know that you need to pour into yourself. You need to pour love and nurturing energy back into yourself. So that way you can continue down your path of purpose. You always have a choice. You know that you always have a choice and that you're a sovereign being, right? Nobody has to stay stuck in shadow and darkness. What is their energy, please? The Hermit, Virgo, the Tower. Yeah. So I'm hearing, this person is feeling very lonely, even if they are around other people. That there was a tower moment that happened. Their stability came crashing down. How do you see them? Four of Cups and the Devil. Wow, so this person, has a huge block here. I'm getting that their chakras are blocked. They could be drinking a lot, but they also could just be thinking that this is a lost opportunity. But they have a huge blockage. This could be addictions, codependency, just toxic relationships in general. How do they see you? 10 of Wands and a Star. Yeah. You are completely done with the BS. You're healing. You are the star of the show. You are the star of your life. I'm hearing that you are here to break generational curses, and that you chose this life before. You're incarnated. Like, you signed up for it. You knew this was the thing. And that could be, in many aspects of your life where you feel like you're volunteering for things, and saying, I'll do it. I'll help you, or I'll, always putting yourself out there. And that's because you've done this before. It's a feeling of familiarity when you do that, right? But you also have to know when to stop and heal and rest, right? And pour into yourself. We're not here to help and fix everybody. We're here to lead with love, and we're here to lead with, our purpose. And lead by example. Right? We don't want to tear ourselves down in the process of trying to help everyone. There's only so much for one person to go around. How do you feel about them? 2 of Wands. Whoa. That's a lot. I'm not going to take all these. How do you feel about them? Queen of Wands and the 2 of Wands. So we have Aries, Leo, Sag, but you feel that this person is at a crossroads. They, could have a choice between 2, but also I'm just getting, as far as, their chakras being blocked, they have a blockage because, and I'm getting strongly around passion or lust. That their sacral chakra is blocked. I'm just getting, lust in the sacral chakra is both associated, with sexuality, pleasure. In order to unblock it, we need to focus on practices that, encourage expression, encourage emotional expression. Like creativity and pleasure, like dancing, swimming, art, music, writing, taking a hot bath, using healing crystals, yoga, Reiki. There's so many things that you can do to unblock your chakras. Right? When your chakras are blocked, your energy is blocked, the flow of life is blocked. How do they feel about you? 8 of Wands. Whoa. 8 of Swords. And the 3 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. They feel you're not moving forward with this person, that you want, you need to come out of any, anxiety or, mental imprisonment. That you're not seeing a future with this person anymore. You want to move forward because this person keeps you stuck. Right? Their negativity or their toxic behaviors keep you keep you held back. They are trying, they want to keep you in mental imprisonment because they can't move forward. So if they see you move forward, they're left behind. What are your actions in the 3D? Strength, Leo. The Hierophant. Yeah. I just get, you're committing to yourself. To be strong and courageous and take the steps necessary for your amazing future. You have a bright, amazing future ahead of you. Right? You always have a choice to move towards positivity or negativity. Have a choice to move towards light or shadow. right? You know that you choose light. You know you're the star and you're the, the way shower. You're not going to let any negativity or toxic behaviors hold you back. I'm getting that you're, being more creative and expressive. And that, the abundance is coming in for you. And that you want to always follow your instincts. Follow your inner guidance. What are their actions in 3D? King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Three of Coins. Yeah, I'm just getting that they're communicating with and collaborating with, other people. This could be with friends or family. Let's see. Let's get one more, please, for that. The Magician. Yeah, they're trying to manifest something here. They're trying to manifest. Well, they could be trying to manifest, communication with you as well. But I just get a sneaky vibe. I'm just getting somebody who's being sneaky and cold. Trying to, be manipulative. And this could be around work or, friends or family, whoever they're collaborating with. But it's a sneaky deaky vibe. What are your messages towards them? If you could say anything at all, what would you say? The Emperor, Aries energy. And the Two of Cups, yeah. You are looking for your divine counterpart. You want someone who can boss up. You want the full package now. You're not taking scraps. You want a soulmate connection. You want a divine counterpart connection, if anything, right? You're fine on your own 2 feet. You can stand alone if you need to. You're confident, but you only want a deep soul connection. You only want a special person in your life. What are their messages towards you? Judgment. Justice. Libra energy, yeah. They know you had to make a judgment call for balance and peace. Yeah, your peace is more valuable to you than a toxic person and someone who's trying to bring you down. What is the outcome, please? Queen of Cups. 6 of Coins, yeah. Yeah, you're definitely only pouring in to something that's going to reciprocate the love, the emotional vulnerability. You're pouring into yourself. You're loving and nurturing and honoring yourself. And the only way you'll collaborate with someone is if it's equal and balanced. What is the advice, please? Page of Swords. 5 of Coins. I'm going to get one more. 6 of Cups. So I'm getting that you're learning more. You could possibly be researching or taking courses, but you're learning more because you're never gonna feel lack again. You're never wanting to feel left out in the cold again. You know, you could have a past person coming back into your life, but I'm just getting, you know, or this could be somebody that has kids, but I'm just getting, you know, do your research, do your due diligence before just taking, you know, a past connection back, or, you know, even a new connection in general. Ask the right questions, do the work, you know, do the research. Don't just allow anyone into your life, even if it feels like it's a past life connection, or, you know, you're having nostalgia, you know, when you meet this person, because you're never going to put yourself in a position for where you have to feel lack or left out in the cold. I'm going to get messages of love. I almost dropped the whole thing. Messages of love for this connection, please. What messages? This could be from you or your person. Take it how it resonates. Friendship. This friendship is leading to more. Finances. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. Support. Lean on your inner circle at this time. I'm also going to get a numerology card. Let's see what message wants to come out for our amazing Capricorn. What message, please? 1616. Readjustments. Overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of being a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall into place. If this resonates with you or you affirm this, please put 1616 in the comments. And thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.